Anon wants to bone Celestia, or alternatively known as the segment in which Sir Anonymous, first of his name, and Lord of Everything Tistic, wishes to perform copulation with Princess Celestia, Goddess of the Sun, and Devourer of Cakes. Luna? I kinda wanna fuck your sister. Luna's ceramic coffee mug exploded in her grip, her face lifting from the newspaper she had her snout buried in. Her eyes crinkled at the human who sat beside her. The man was currently cleaning under his nails with a toothpick.
I'm sorry, Sir Anonymous. In my old age, I seem to find myself slipping from the formalities usually required of me more and more, especially when caught by surprise, such as now. So forgive me for my crassness when I pose you this question.
Luna caught breath in her throat as she proceeded to cough into her hoof, before clearing her sinuses with an inhale through the nose. The sound she made was absolutely disgusting, akin to someone about to hock a fat loogie.
Gross. As I was saying...
Deep breath as she leaned forward.
What the fuck did you just say?
Luna has known Anon for a while now, which sometimes leads her to use his odd human slang. Said human flicked the toothpick at Luna's face, who dodged it with a hiss. Hey, you heard me, you old pussycat. But let me put it into different words for you so you can understand. He cracked his fingers before putting his feet up on the dining table, ignoring the withering glare the princess gave him. I want to bone your sister. I mean, deep dick that fucking celestial coochie, you know? I want to invite her into my magical ballroom for a dance without pants. What I'm saying is, I really need to stir up that horse macaroni pot that she has down there.
Anon, you are going to make me vomit.
He quickly left his seat. Damn, bitch! He exclaimed. Come on, don't explode on my suit. I got some deep sea diving to do later. I'm gonna catch myself some catfish. Luna gagged, her face green.
I don't even know what that means, but do not talk about my sister like that, you sick freak!
Oh, baby. You don't need to remind me that I'm a sick freak. Don't I know it already, honey bunny? In fact, you could say I'm absolutely sick in the nuts. Luna's eyes widened to a comically large degree. Her muzzle scrunched up in so much disgust that her teeth were showing.
What?
She muttered in confusion. Anon coughed. Yeah, that was not what I meant to say.
Then what were you trying to say?
Anon chuckled awkwardly, his hands coming up past his ears as he shrugged. That I'm sick in the sack? No, that's not it. I'm crazy in the sack. Sick in the bed? Yeah, fuck it. I'm crazy with that thing, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Cuh. What I'm trying to say is that I'm packing some serious grade A monster hog right down here. Anon grabbed at his crotch. You know your boy gotta stay strapped at all times. Gotta let those femoids know that Daddy-O's got that fudge on him, no matter the place or time. You know what I mean, molasses toddler? Cue the finger guns.
Did you just call me molasses toddler? What does that even... Wait, what do you mean sugar baby?
Hell yeah I do, sister. You're an itty-bitty mound of sugar, Miss Moonpie. Now, not quite an absolute dumpster truck of an ass-haver like your sister, but you got some kick too.
What?
Luna stopped to look down at her hooves before awkwardly patting her face with them, a glazed look in her eyes.
I smell toast. I think I'm having a stroke.
Hey, I'm the only one who gets to do the stroking around here, you dirty old bonerhead. Now, give me that cool consent so that I may have that sweet, wondrous copulation with your mega dumper having sister, guilt-free. Because Lord Almighty, I am hungry for that son. He bit his bottom lip and let out a muted moan. Luna stood up from the table, backing up a few shaky steps. She needed some space to get away from the sheer aura the human was radiating. A shake of her head and she stammered out.
Anon, you are scaring me.
After a moment of evaluating her life choices, she narrowed her eyes suspiciously at him.
Hold on a moment. Why would you even ask for my consent to... copulate with my sister? Should it not be Celestia that you're trying to garner consent from?
Anon seemed to have undergone a transformation before Luna could blink. He now sat at the dining table with perfect posture, his chin turned up in the air like those posh ponies that he constantly sees around the castle. He side-eyed her, his voice taking on an extremely annoying cadence. "Do not worry, my friend. I shall ask later on. But for now, my esteemed gentlemare."
That is most certainly the wrong use of...
Anon then cut her off with his regular way of speaking. "Shut up, dumbass, I'm sucking up to you right now. Anyway, as I was saying," he resumed his pompous caricature. "I shall ask that... PvP for her consent after I've gotten an answer from you, my lady. And I would also like to believe that you and I are close friends, and because of that, I ask for your blessing. I value you as a friend, and I would hate to lose such a high standing with someone simply because they believe that I would hit it, then quit it."
I don't like serious you.
She shivered.
Quick question, what does BBB mean?
"Oh, you mean big booty bitch."
Ah, there it is.
Stop stalling, Luna. Do you give me the green light?" She sighed.
Are you truly trying to date my sister, or are you just...
Attempting to get some poo-tang? Look, to answer your question, yeah. I do want to try my hand at dating your sister. She's lovely.
And how long have you felt this way towards my sister?
The moment I saw how fat those thighs of hers are.
Be serious, Anon.
He rubbed the back of his head. "For a while, now." He actually blushed, which in and out of itself shocked Luna more than his admittance of infatuation. Luna blinked.
Well?
She pondered for a moment.
Truly, I can't decide if you get my blessing. On one hoof, I greatly fear the sheer... what did you call it? Autist power? Yes. I fear that the great amount of autist power that you will bring to this castle if Celestia, for some reason, Faust forbid, decides to marry you. But on the other hoof...
She sighed.
I suppose you have your...
She gagged.
good moments. Sometimes. Very, very rarely.
Well, shucks. I try my best.
Okay, now we both know that is a bunch of horse feathers.
Anon shrugged, which made Luna sigh once more.
Fine, you get my blessing. But only because I wish to be there when my sister bucks you against the wall.
Kinky. Luna tossed a plate of cookies at him. You know, all of a sudden, I have the strongest urge to throw up.
Oh, don't tell me you've gotten cold hooves, Anon.
What? Of course not. It's just... He fiddled with his suit jacket. What if she doesn't like me back? He mumbled. Luna's eyebrows lifted as she gave him a smirk.
I never thought I'd see the day. Anonymous, the mare magnet, is scared of asking some pony on a date.
Anon flicked Luna's horn with his finger. She winced, but her shit-eating grin never left. Shut up, Luna.
Ha!
Isn't this supposed to be the part where you give me advice on how to approach your sister? He grumbled, staring at the throne room doors with apprehension. Luna just rolled her eyes.
Oh, just be yourself, you dolt. Be lucky that she never gets visitors on Sundays.
Anon let out a shaky sigh. Be yourself. He swallowed. Yeah, okay, I think I could do that. He straightened his back and puffed out his chest. You know what? Yeah, okay, I'm done waiting. Let's do this, baby. He gave a few short hops while stationary, taking a couple of deep breaths to seemingly psych himself up. After that, he began to speed walk down the hallway, giving a nod to the guards, before shoving the throne room doors open and strolling in, the doors closing behind him.
Perhaps telling him to be himself was the wrong thing to say.
Luna shook her head with a chuckle and began to follow him. She only managed to take a few steps before quickly pausing.
Wait, today is Sunday, right?
She whispered. She batted with that thought in her head for a moment, then her eyes widened slightly as a pony exited the throne room. Luna closed the gap between herself and the guards stationed at the entrance.
Gentle Colt, if you don't mind, would you tell me what day it is?
The guards glanced at each other before shrugging.
It's Saturday, Your Highness.
Luna's eyes blasted open.
Oh no,
she muttered. Saturdays were usually when court was at its most populated.
Oh no!
She rushed past the guards, barreling past the throne room doors. She had to stop Anon from... She froze. her eyes locking onto Anon, who had his back towards her. He was strolling past a line of nobles awaiting an audience, and he was also ignoring the angry exclamations of those that he was cutting in line. He had already nearly made it to the front of the line, and he was going to proclaim his fancy for her sister in front of nearly every single noble in Canterlot.
Fuck.
Why wasn't he stopping? Why hadn't he turned around at the sight of the nearly packed throne room?
Fuck, fuck, fuck!
She whispered with a hiss before attempting to run as inconspicuously as possible, which didn't seem to work as ponies began to mutter around her.
Anon!
She stage whispered. He didn't hear her as the voices of everyone else drowned her out. Anon had now reached the front. Celestia! Anon's yell had nearly silenced the whole throne room, but to Luna, the worst part was that her sister was now only paying attention to him. She stopped. She was too late. She could do nothing but watch. Celestia cocked her head to the side, her smile crinkling with mirth at recognizing him.
Anonymous! Oh, what a surprise. How goes you on this fine morning?
I got something to say to you, princess!
Oh no.
Luna whispered. The nobles began to murmur. Celestia leaned forward, listening to him with apt attention.
Well, that is what I'm here for. Go ahead, my little human.
Anon pointed at Celestia. I wanna fuck you, Princess Celestia! Silence. Luna could die at the suspense as her sister's pupils dilated, her smile dropping into an O to showcase her shock. My word, how dare you say something so vile to a princess! A random noble shouted. The room seemed to dive into chaos after that. Ponies began shouting expletives at Anon or shared gasps with each other. Others just remained in shock. Anon continued to point at Celestia, determined look in his eyes. Celestia continued to stare at him. While maintaining eye contact, Anon brought up his other arm and transitioned both hands into finger guns. He gave her a smile. Baby, I don't want to waste your time. I just want to give you mine. Will you go on a date with me? He gave her a wink. Luna covered her face with her hooves in sheer embarrassment. This, essentially a moron, asked her sister for a date after inviting her to the bedroom. What was her sister gonna do? Place him in prison? Kill him? Send him to the moon? Send him to the sun?
Oh, finally!
Celestia shouted in exasperation. What?
What?
Luna muttered. And then the nobles muttered. Anon even seemed a little incredulous, his arms dropping to his side slowly. Celestia stood up from her throne.
Do you know how long I've waited to hear those words fall from your supple human lips? Do you know how many nights I've spent dreaming of this moment?
You dream about me? Anon muttered.
She dreams about him.
Luna mumbled while staring at the floor, lost.
Oh, you can be absolutely certain of that, stud.
Celestia purred at Anon, whose face went alight at her words. He was not expecting this. At all. I mean, thanks. The Sun Princess had since sauntered over towards Anon, who stared up at her awkwardly. She let out a long, steady exhale of air from her nose, allowing it to wash over Anon's face.
How about we go somewhere private and you show me just how thankful you really are?
She grasped him with her magic and began to happily trot towards the throne room entrance. Anon gave an awkward thumbs up towards a slack-jawed Luna. So, does this mean that we're dating? Anon whispered to Celestia.
Uh-huh.
And then they were gone. Luna stared at the ajar entrance with a shell-shocked look on her face, the nobles and guards sharing a similar look as well. Luna could only shout at the top of her lungs in complete befuddlement.
What the fuck just happened?
Anon pointed at Celestia. I wanna fuck you, Prince.
Oh my god, this is AIDS.
Oh my god, this is ridiculously good, but it's just so blunt. Oh, okay. Nothing like a good wheeze to start out your day. And in all seriousness, I love this fanfic because there's something with immature humor or just overly sexualized humor that, for some reason, makes me almost always bust out laughing. And with the way that Burt wrote all of this, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anyways, let's get on to our brilliant donators. Top donators: Dash of Evergreen, Peter Coulthard, J Tin Man, Darkside, and Ponyman. Courier Crew CI, Strix, Star 630, Narwhals, Delta Omega, Runescythe 9852, Dospo, Rhiny Dragonwolf, Hunter Norman, Austin Rowland, Secret Moon, Tall Russia, The Toilet Snake, Sword Brethren Mordred, Cerberus, Gulashing Hazar, Ronin Wandering, Enderai 63, Random Person Man Guy, Easy, Jack Cadge, Starlight Glimmer, Squiddy Boy, David E. Sanchez, Soul Dragon, Gaggy, Trey, Shadow Drake, Joe Piercy, Alex F., Rainbow Dash, Teal'ca Anderson, TV Killer, John Becker, Leon Reynolds, Raven Speedster, Zach Krakow, Mr. ECU, Leslie Prickett, Edgar Garcia, One Kingdom 1, Nissa Rusan, Bizuri, Dyslexic Character Sheets, and Just a Random Boy. Thank you all very much for watching this video, live life to the fullest, and don't be like Anon in this story.